Good morning. I woke up this morning and I knew instantly what I was going to talk about. So the subject today is inspiration. I had a really tough day yesterday. A number of different reasons, a couple of issues with clients, and then I had my youngest son on the phone for quite a while from New Zealand, and he was having a tough day, and as a mum that always makes you have a tough day as well, but all sorts of different reasons. Plus I was a bit tired. But the thing that cheered me up was my 6 p.m. phone call. Now, I phone my dad at 6 o'clock every single evening, and I have done for about 7 months, because 7 months ago we lost my mum, and they used to sit down at 6 o'clock every evening, and they used to have a whiskey and a packet of crisps together, and that was just their thing. So I've taken it upon myself to ring him at 6 o'clock at that time every evening, and he still has his whiskey and he still has his crisp. I don't have a whiskey and crisp, but he does, and I talk to him. And it's this thing that we do, and it's great. But my dad is my hero, and he is my inspiration. Fantastic man, fantastic story. He reckons he's going to start writing his memoirs. He's going to handwrite them. He's calculated it's going to be 1,500 pages, and it's going to take him 2 years. And that is actually what's motivating him at the moment. He's 85 this year. He's in very, very good health, and he lives on the Isle of Man, but he's in 12 weeks of isolation, which is what they're doing on the Isle of Man. So this is an interesting thing, but what really inspired me yesterday was thinking about his life and thinking about the changes, because my dad started life as a sheep farmer in Western Australia. That's where I was born, on a sheep farm in Western Australia. And I can vividly remember that life because I was a teenager when we came here. So, I am just so grateful to my dad that he had this inspiration, that he wasn't meant to be a sheep farmer. And it was correct, because he's had a fantastic life, and I've been able to go through that journey with him and see that, and it's inspired me. But actually that wasn't what inspired me yesterday. What inspired me was the fact that my mum and my dad had been together for 67 years, and my dad, he could probably make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, but that was about it, because my mum provided all of his food for him, and every Saturday they used to go out for lunch or in the evening, and my dad loves a good steak. So of course, since my mum went, and he's all on his own now in isolation, he's not been able to have his good steak. So last night when I rang him, guess what? Someone's dropped a steak off for him, and last night I had to talk him through cooking a steak, and it was hilarious. Honestly, it was hilarious. It wasn't the steak bit that was hilarious, that was actually easy. The bit that was hilarious was the fact that I found out that he is defrosting frozen chips and frozen vegetables before he cooks them in the microwave. So we had to sort that out as well. But the inspiration came from the fact that my dad at 84, his attitude to life is amazing. And he's not been through a pandemic. This is his first one. He was born prior to the Second World War, but he's not been through a pandemic. And he's so laid back about all of this. And every time I ring him at 6 o'clock in the evening, he puts it all into perspective. So my message today is, find yourself someone who inspires you. Find yourself someone who can lift you. Think it might not be a person who's alive now. It might be in a book. It might be somebody you know, but you must have someone that inspires you in your life, because when you have those down days, it makes a massive difference. So if you've woken up today and you're having a down day, think of who inspires you and try and get some connection with that. And the other thing as well is, have a look at us on Concan Connection on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, website. Find us somewhere, come and join us, and we'll try and inspire you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.